48 chefs from across the UK are putting their reputations on the line in a bid to become professional MasterChef champion. The first 6 hopefuls are competing to impress Judge Greg Wallace, renowned chef Monica Galetti, and Michelin-starred Marcus Wareing.
This is the biggest opportunity I've had so far. The last thing I want to do is mess this up.
I'm a little bit scared. But I need to throw myself in situations like this to kind of prove myself.
I'm just going to turn it on, I'm just going to drill it down, and I'm gonna have this.
The competition is back on. I want bold, I want brilliant, and I want beautifully cooked food.
Who is going to emerge as our next champion?
Chefs, good to see you. Start of a brand new competition. Skills test first. 3 of them are going to do your skills test, Monica. 3 of them yours, Marcus. What are you going to get them to do?
I would like them to prepare and poach a guinea fowl breast, serve it with a sauce robert and a hispy cabbage garnish. And they can cook that however they like. But I want a garnish of the cabbage.
OK, 20 minutes. Show us how it's done.
First of all, I'm going to start off with the cabbage. So I've just taken a quarter, and I'm going to cook that whole.
When I first started years ago, you couldn't sell a cabbage. Now it's on, like, every menu.
There's going to be some aromats going in there now. Some rosemary, some thyme, some garlic, a little bit of butter.
Nice.
I'm going to add some stock into there.
It's a fab way to cook veg. Just you've got the flavours going through, a little bit of butter and then steaming under this cartouche.
Now the chefs would need to get their poaching liquor on. I've got brown chicken stock, I've got thyme, bay leaf, rosemary, and 3 cloves of garlic.
It makes a huge difference, doesn't it? A bit of rosemary, the garlic, it does come through. It's the meat that goes into it.
Yeah. Now I want them to do the butcher. I don't just want one breast taken off this guinea fowl, I want the whole bird broken down. So take off the wings.
They need to take their time and treat it properly.
That's the guinea fowl ready to go.
Splendid.
I'm going to leave the skin on for now. I'll be taking it off during the cooking process. So we've brought the stock up to boil, we've infused the herbs, and then we've turned it down from the boiling point, and then we just drop our guinea fowl breast in.
It's really important it's not boiling, because what will happen is the meat will shrink up and become tough. It'll dry out.
Poaching of the guinea fowl is very much about the eye, about the touch and the feel. The temperature is down to the chef, and the time is down to the chef. Now, to our sauce robert.
What's a sauce robert, please?
It's a classical sauce. It's a white wine sauce finished with mustard, and our chef should know it. Shallots into a pan, put your garlic, some grain mustard in the sauce, half a teaspoon of English mustard. I'm just going to give a nice splash of white wine.
You are adding extra flavour at every opportunity here.
Yes. I'm just going to take off the skin now. So I'm just going to drop that back into there. Just keep adding that flavour. Right, so the sauce is nicely reduced down. Then put it on your little demi-glace.
What's a demi-glace?
A demi-glace is a reduced brown stock. It's much more dense in flavour, and it's used as the base to finish your sauces.
I put in my final chopped rosemary, top thyme, and squeeze the lemon juice. And we're good to go. And now I'm just going to cut into the guinea fowl breast.
I can't believe how beautifully soft that guinea fowl comes out after poaching.
If they boil it, it won't be soft. It'll be really firm and incredibly dry.
Nice dish.
Poached guinea fowl, sauce robert, and a hispy cabbage.
I think that looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Should we get them in?
Yeah, let's do it.
First up is Freddie, a 25-year-old senior sous chef in a fine dining hotel restaurant in West Sussex.
I've been a chef now for 9 years. I love it because of the enthusiasm in the kitchen, passion, and the stress. I love it. I'd say my style of food is modern French, because I've had all the classical training of French food, and I'll just give it a slight twist and modernise it a little bit. One day, I'd like to be a restaurateur. I own 3 or 4 restaurants or pubs or hotels, so I want an empire. One restaurant's not enough, really, is it? Service.
Hello, Freddie. You are the very first contestant of a brand new MasterChef Professionals.
I'd like you to prepare the guinea fowl.
Yes.
Poacher's 1 breast. Serve it with a sauce Robert and a hispy cabbage garnish.
OK.
Done all that before?
No, but I'll give it a go.
20 minutes, off you go.
Thank you.
You worked with Guinea Fowl before, Freddie?
I have, yeah, a couple of times. My grandfather was a gamekeeper, so a lot of the time we used to prep a lot of games together, straight from the shoot.
So what have you added to your poaching stock?
So I've added a few aromats, which is garlic, thyme, and bay leaf.
So are you boiling the stock, simmering it? What are you doing with the stock?
That's actually on quite a low heat. I don't want to attack the breast too much, because it will dry it out.
You're halfway, Freddie. You've got 10 minutes left.
What are you going to do with that cabbage?
I was just going to chiffonade it up and blanch it.
OK. Fred, I can't see a sauce happening here. Where?
The sauce is here.
What is that?
So that's the stock and butter to emulsify, and I finish with a whole grain mustard.
There are 2 minutes to go, Freddie.
Fantastic.
Cooked OK?
Yeah.
All done?
Yep, all done.
The guinea fowl is nice and soft and has got a good texture to it. So your poaching, excellent. The making the sauce, in my opinion, was left a little bit too late. And I think what we've got here, a little bit of a butter sauce with a bit of stock, which isn't really what we were looking for. Good start, Freddie, though.
Thank you.
Your sauce, for me, it's tasting like it's lacking a lot of depth in there because the guinea fowl, though it's cooked nicely, it's really bland. There's no seasoning in it. But the way you've plated it, it's very neat, it's very tidy. It's a great introduction to who you are as a chef, and we can work with that.
Thank you.
Freddie, you know, I think you've got off to a decent start, but your sauce, it's not quite the sauce that Marcus was after.
Yeah, no, I forgot the wine.
We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sign of things to come, that is, Marcus.
It's a great start.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, it was a good test. I knew what I was doing, and I had loads of time, and then I just sort of took my time a little bit and forgot the sauce.
Originally from France, 30-year-old Jan now runs his own catering company in East London.
We do private dining, we do events, we do pop-ups, we do a little bit of everything. I became a chef because I was getting nowhere at school. I was 14 years old, I didn't know what to do. Cooking was such a big thing in my family, so it just came naturally. I think I can bring some pretty interesting food with where I'm from. My influences are a little bit different. I'm a little bit of a character as well, and I think on my best game, I'm sure I can win the competition.
Hello, Jan. Welcome to MasterChef.
Thank you.
OK, keep your nerve. Honestly, you'll have a whale of a time.
Great.
Jan, prepare the guinea fowl. You're going to poach 1 breast, serve with a sauce Robert and a hispy cabbage garnish.
Thank you.
Off you go. Right, guinea fowl's off. What's the plan?
So I'm going to chop the cabbage, kind of start braising it.
Jan, when did you move to UK?
8 years ago. So I was always attracted by the English culture because I'm well into music as well.
Because you have great food in France, but terrible pop music, right?
That's right, exactly.
Are you musical yourself?
Yes, so I'm a drummer.
No way!
Yes, I've been drumming for as long as I've been a chef.
Wow.
So you got the cabbage on.
Yeah.
You are halfway.
Okay.
How long is it going to take to poach your guinea fowl?
I would say about, 10 minutes.
Just run me through how you made that sauce, Jan.
I just reduced the stock with a little bit of thyme, bay leaf, and rosemary. So I'm gonna finish the sauce with a little bit of mustard.
How's your guinea fowl looking?
It's going pretty well.
Come on, let's get this sauce on. Are you done?
Yes.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you.
Yeah, and you spent a lot of time on that cabbage, and it's the cabbage that's nice. It has got a crunch to it, and that's got flavour. The guinea fowl is going dry, and the sauce is non-existent.
I feel that you rushed it towards the end, and I think if you'd removed the skin during the cooking process and just kept the temperature below boiling, you would have been fine with the guinea fowl. The sauce concerns me. There's no white wine in the sauce, and there's no chopped herbs finished at the end of it either.
I thought you spent a lot of time caring about the cabbage and not the other key elements on this dish as well. But in saying that, there are things here that show me you sort of know what you're doing, but you've got to stay focused.
OK, keep a smile on your face. Yeah, and we'll see you in the next round. Thank you. It's not great, is it?
No.
But no great disaster either.
Nope.
I think I could have done way better. I knew the dish, I knew the sauce, I knew how to butcher a bird, I knew how to cook cabbage. I knew all of that, but somehow I just went all over the place.
The final chef to face Marcus's test is 42-year-old Craig, who's been cooking since the age of 16.
I'm a private chef in Cornwall. I go to people's holiday accommodation and then I cook them restaurant style and restaurant quality food. First and foremost, I just want to elevate the produce that I've got, not mucking about with it too much and not going too left at the traffic lights, just turning it up a notch. Doing the skills test, I'm hoping that my memory of being at college 26 years ago is all going to kick in and I'm going to remember everything from my repertoire as a student.
How you doing, Craig?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Good, good, good. Are you ready?
Yeah, very much so.
Off you go.
Craig, what's that pan for, please?
For the poaching.
How long have you been chefing, Craig?
Since I was 16. I spent 10 years in London, and then I met my wife. Within a week, I gave my notice in and moved to Kent, and then we decided to move to Cornwall, and it's just amazing. It's just the best.
Can you take us through the process of the sauce?
This is a little bit of a wild guess at it. Sauce Robert is something I have heard of as a kid, but it has completely gone from my mind.
Right. But you have got shallots and garlic in the pan, you've got white wine, and you've got mustard in there reducing.
Yeah.
So you're sort of on your way.
Yeah, for sure. Happy days.
You feeling happy right now? You're halfway.
Wait.
10 minutes left.
Your sauce is on, your cabbage is on, your guinea fowl's cooking.
Feeling a little bit better. The cabbage I'm going to just colour a little bit either side, and then just going to put it in the oven.
You've got 2.5 minutes, chef. You might want to think of bringing it together.
Wait.
Not cooked?
No.
You're going to put it back in the poaching liquid? What do you
Yeah.
do?
Come on, you've got 30 seconds. Get it together. Cook now?
Yeah, it's there.
Come on, come on. Well done, Craig. You can breathe now if you like.
Craig, you've got the elements of the Robert sauce correct. What concerns me about the Robert sauce is the way you sliced the shallots and you've burnt them. The chicken stock was there for your poaching liquid, not water. The guinea fowl you got there in the end, the skin should have been removed. There are errors here, Craig, and you need to rectify them, especially in your signature round.
I love the way you were cooking the cabbage, but it just looked really messy. The garnish is burnt, you know, this is the first thing we're going to see. It's not the best plate of food, but you have tons of experience behind you and you need to draw on that.
There are errors there, but I wouldn't be too down on yourself. And there's a big round to come.
Thank you. I hold myself to a high standard, and even if I get through this process, I will kick myself about those little minute things. I am so much better than that.
Marcus, we've seen your skills test. Monica, what are you going to get the chefs to do, please?
I'm going to get our chefs to make us a hand-cut tagliatelle pasta and serve it with a lamb ragu sauce.
And you can make the pasta and a good meat ragu in 20 minutes.
2 things in 20 minutes. I think it's doable.
I trust you, but I really want to see it.
Right, so the first thing you need to do is to prepare the ragu sauce. A ragu sauce is a sort of meaty sauce, normally with ground meat or minced meat. I have given them the machine if they want to mince the meat up, but I'm not mincing it because I quite like it more texture. What we have here is a shoulder of lamb, so there's a bit of sinew on it. So if they're going to hand cut it, like I am, I'm going to have to cut it quite fine.
I think I'd mince it, Chef.
I think most people probably would. It's going to be a brave chef to do what Monica's doing, I think.
So I have a hot pan here. I want this meat in there sealing.
I think the difficulty with this particular challenge is trying to get some flavour in 20 minutes. Everyone knows that making a ragu or a bolognese sauce takes hours, but it is achievable. Sort of lip-smacking sauce is what you want.
There's tomato paste on here. If they want to use it, they can, but I'm not using it.
Ooh, OK.
So I've got my vegetables in here. You can smell the garlic. So now I'm deglazing the pan with some white wine. I'm just going to bring more flavour to my sauce, but I need to reduce this down before I add the stock to it.
So the vegetables are going to absorb all of the sauce as well, aren't they?
Absolutely.
OK.
So I've just added some reduced lamb stock to the pan. As you can see, it's come up to the boil, and then I want this to gently cook, so a nice rolling simmer. So we've pre-made the pasta dough for our chefs, so they just need to roll and cut it.
They must have rolled out pasta.
I want it thin enough that you can almost see your hand through the dough. That's about right. I've rolled the pasta up just so it's easier to cut.
Otherwise, you'd have to slice everything a foot long. Beautiful.
So into the boiling water. That's going to take, only a couple of minutes, if that. So I've just added some butter, bring a bit more richness to my sauce, bit of a shine. So I'm just finishing it with some chives on the top, and now I'm going to serve.
Hey, that's pretty. Whoa, come on!
There we have it.
Lovely.
Hand-cut tagliatelle pasta with a lamb ragu.
Very good. That's a quality sauce in 20 minutes.
I mean, you know it's a good sauce. Look at the shine on it. It's beautiful.
It's about bringing as much flavour that you'd want in a ragu in 20 minutes. It is possible, but they need to focus and get their chef's head on and get cooking.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Let's get them in.
First to face Monica's test is Spanish-born Raquel, who is currently working in a Two Rosette restaurant in Edinburgh.
The reason that I came to UK is because I think there are a lot of very professional chefs in here. The products are amazing, and well, fortunately in Edinburgh I could find these chefs and these products. I'm super proud to be a chef because that's what moves me. It's the reason that I wake up in the morning and I grab my things, go to the restaurant, then said, let's do it.
How are you, Raquel?
I'm good.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Hand-cut tagliatelle pasta served with a lamb ragu. Off you go.
So you're going to start with the pasta?
Yeah.
OK.
But actually, I need to push that meat also.
Raquel, do you do much pasta work where you work?
Yeah, we have raviolis there.
So pasta's rolled, but you're going to cut it and cook it later, right? Can I ask you why you became a chef?
Because my mom is chef, my aunt is a chef, my granny used to be a chef.
Really?
And I think it wasn't a question of time that I finally become a chef.
How about the men? Any men chefs in your family?
Nope.
Wow. I like your family.
Can you tell us the plan for your ragu, please?
So I'm gonna caramelize the onion, the garlic, carrot.
And now tomato paste in and reduce stock. What's happening to it next?
I'm gonna add the meat to cook.
Come on, get this pasta on because you've got 3 minutes.
The ragu is almost ready then?
Yeah, almost. Almost.
Sorry, chef, you've got a minute.
A minute, wait.
Cooked?
Yep.
OK, time's up.
Raquel, the pasta is cooked nicely. Really like how even it's being cut as well. The ragu is just too dry. It's because the way you've made it is you've cooked up shallots and then you've put in your stock and cooked that out, and then the mince was added at the end. So everything's just been soaked up. It's disappeared.
Your ragu is supposed to coat your pasta, whereas what I've got is I've got a nice lamb mince and I've got decent pasta, but they are not together as one.
I think it's dry, I think it's bland. I expect to see more. I hope there's more to come.
Raquel, thank you. You can turn this around. We'll see you in the next round. Thank you very much.
Quite disappointing with myself, honestly, yeah. I think the judges think that I can do better. I can do better, definitely.
Next is Joseph, a 22-year-old senior chef de partie working in a hotel in Cambridge.
I used to be an athlete. I started at the age of 11, sprinting. I had so much passion. I put all my time, all my effort, all my thoughts, energy into running. When I saw the kitchen and I realised, you know, this is where I'm going with my life, it was quite easy to transition the passion for the running into cooking, and that's why I think I love it so much. Walking into the MasterChef kitchen for the first time will be very nerve-wracking, I'm sure, but I want to learn as much as I can and just go as far as I can in the competition, really. I know what it's like to win and I know what it's like to lose, and I prefer winning.
Feeling good, Joseph?
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm going to give it a crack.
20 minutes, off you go.
Joseph, how long you been a chef?
I've been a chef for 6 years. I started as a waiter. I just loved what they were doing in the kitchen. I'd never really seen fine dining done before. So I got a chance to work in there as an apprentice.
So when was the last time you had to roll out some pasta?
At college. Yeah,
Wow.
at college.
Just try and stay calm, Joseph, OK?
You are halfway.
Yep.
Your pasta's cooked, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're sweating off the veg for your ragu, yeah?
Yes, correct.
What's the plan for your lamb?
I'm going to add the lamb to that, turn the heat up, add some tomato paste, and then we'll add the stock and wine and reduce.
You've got 5 minutes left.
What are we doing?
So I'm going to put my pasta into the ragu. OK, I'm done. Thank you very much.
You had a minute left.
OK.
Joseph.
Yep.
Pasta making, for me, it clearly shows a lack of experience. Cooking the pasta so early on when the sauce wasn't on, it was cold, it was sitting there, just things that shouldn't happen. The ragu, it doesn't have any depth of flavour because it was rushed. The lamb, because it's cut so uneven, bits are cooked, bits are a bit tough. The vegetables are cut down finely enough to cook through, but they're cooked before the meat has. So you need to remember the order that things need to cook.
Your pasta's cooked, OK. The ragu's a little wet. Lamb's a little tough.
Joseph, you just went at this at 1,000 miles an hour. You look like you're in the middle of a Saturday night service and 1,000 checks on. Slow down.
Yeah.
Come back with your signature dish, all guns blazing, and show us who you really are as a chef. Because I don't think this dish is you.
Not at all.
See you in the next round, chef.
Thank
Off
you
go.
very much. I wouldn't have made those mistakes in my own kitchen, so I think I put it down to the pressure, the stress, but I need to come back fighting.
Last up is Yaz, who has been a chef for 2 years and now works at a central London gastropub.
Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a chef. But I ended up doing A-levels and went to uni, and then I was still like, do you know what, it's niggling away at me, I've got to do it. So then I jumped straight into it, and I've just sort of learnt on the job. I can't sit at a desk all day. I can't do it. It's really not my thing. I think as long as I put my nerves to one side and try not to be intimidated by the judges, then I think I could do really well. I have faith in myself.
Yaz, welcome to MasterChef. Can I give you one bit of advice? Remember to breathe. You OK?
I think I need to do that.
Just focus, you'll be fine, all right? Off you go.
Tell me where your passion for cooking comes from.
My nan always used to get me in the kitchen cooking. My dad sort of, when we used to go to the beach, would go and like find mussels and dig for shellfish. So the food that I cook reminds me of my loved ones, and then cooking is just all about love for me. All right, get going. I'm gonna get the mince through first. Then I can get the flavour rendering down from the fat. Veg for some sweetness to go through there as well. Then I'll go in with some white wine, some tomato paste.
Sounds about right, chef?
I think it's about right. Starting to get my head together a bit more now.
You're halfway, yeah?
Yep. So I've not done a huge amount of pasta work. so do my best.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Got there in the end.
You have to cut that pasta and get it in the pan, please. Yeah. 2 minutes.
Yep.
Anything else going to go in your ragu?
A bit of the pasta water will go through there. I want it to stick around the pasta and kind of gives a bit more, like a silkier texture. It brings the dish together, combines it.
You done?
Yep.
There's whole nodules of rolled pasta now that are rock hard, obviously. If they don't unravel, you're going to end up with a pasta donut.
The pasta making, you could see that you were struggling. You have made the ragu. So relieved that you sealed off your minced meat first. I like that you've gone through the process the right way. Bit of a shame, I think, when the addition of the pasta water in the end sort of lets your sauce back out because, you know, you had a nice consistency going through it. But you were well on the way, so I'm actually excited to see what you've got planned for us in your signature dish.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you've got a real understanding of how this dish should be because of the way you speak about it. What's let you down a little bit is you chopped up too many vegetables to go into the dish, so it doesn't taste of lamb, it just tastes of carrots and celery. But the processes you went through with your sauce was great.
Thank you.
Couple of little errors, yes, but don't let that put you off your stride. I think that was a pretty good start. We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you optimistic?
I am indeed, I am.
Yeah, so am I.
The pressure's insane in there. It's like all your worst fears and dreams at the same time. But it's super exciting and I'm glad it's out the way now.
I think there's bundles of potential here, you know, but funny enough, there isn't one chef who absolutely smashed it.
My test was all about poultry and then a classical sauce and a vegetable garnish. Where they struggled was on the sauce making and bringing the dish together. But there is potential with these chefs.
I wanted our chefs to show us that they could layer flavours through the ragu. It's tough, it's the first day in this kitchen. You know, there have been errors, but I think there's also some chefs here who've got something more to show. So I am optimistic about what the next round is going to bring.
Welcome back, chefs. Quite a nervy start. This now is a completely different story. This is your signature dish.
This is about you. It showcases what you're about and your style of cooking. I, for one, am really excited.
You really need to make this dish count, because at the end of this, 3 of you are going to be leaving the competition.
1 hour and 15 minutes to show your class, your skill, your passion. Off you go.
I'm putting a lot of effort into the competition. I'm putting a lot of heart. I've only really ever cooked with English produce, but being half Jamaican, I've recently just started to explore the other side of me. So I want to bring a few different elements, ingredients from the Caribbean, and show them something different.
Joseph.
Hello.
You look a bit more calm this time round.
Yeah. I've collected my thoughts. I'm ready to push it in this round.
What are you doing for us?
So I'm cooking a pan-fried sea trout with some sautéed red peppers, a pea and coriander puree, some plantain. It's going to be like a crust on top of the fish, with some passion fruit and trout caviar.
You had me until the passion fruit and the trout. Where is the plantain and the passion fruit come into this dish?
So I'm trying to bring a different side of me, my Caribbean side that I haven't explored as much yet. And I'm trying to bring a few influences from there.
Joseph's pan frying the sea trout, so he needs to make sure he looks after it very, very well. You don't want to scorch the outside. What you don't want is it to be dry.
I've not had passion fruit and trout roe on the same plate before, but Joseph's going back to his Caribbean roots, and I'm really interested to see how this is going to pan out.
I feel a lot better than I did for the last challenge. I'm quite nervous, but a little bit better this time.
Yaz, what is this dish?
So this dish is coli with barbecue leeks, burnt leeks, a leek veloute. I've also got some mussels on the dish and sea vegetables.
Of all the dishes in your repertoire, why this dish?
So this one is actually inspired by my dad. It's got all the sea veg that we used to go and forage back home in Norfolk, and his favourite soup is actually leek and potato soup. So the leek veloute is inspired a bit by that, and the whole dish is just a celebration of things my dad loves.
Brilliant. Do it good.
I will. The fact that it's inspired by my dad gives it a lot of emotion, and I think that adds something else to your food. It's not just a fish dish. It's something that's really important to me.
Coli, it's a fantastic flavoured fish, but the key to cooking coli is making sure that you do not overcook it, because when you overcook white fish, it just oozes water all over the dish, and it will ruin the dish. Yaz's leek veloute needs to be rich, full of flavour, and beautiful and smooth.
Dill, leeks, oyster leaf, everything that works well with a nice fish dish. It's all going to be down to perfect execution. There's nowhere to hide.
20 minutes gone, chefs. 20 minutes.
I'd say this dish sums me up as a chef. It's a very clean cut food. It's quite classical, so there's a lot that can go wrong with it, but if I get this dish right, then it's a 10 out of 10.
How are we, Freddie?
Confident.
Confident?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What have you brought to us today?
So you've got a line-caught sea bass with a parsnip puree, fondant potato, and cream cabbage and bacon, cut through with a nice red wine sauce.
I see a lot of heavy vegetables on here, the parsnips and a fondant. I was expecting something much lighter.
It is heavy and rich, but it's old French cooking, so I think it all balances out quite well, to be honest with you. And
What do you want from this competition, Freddie?
I just want a recognition of that I'm one of the best out there, and doing it at the best cooking competition there is. There's no better way to start, is there?
I love your confidence, Freddie. I love it. I love it.
Freddie's got really heavy sort of vegetables going with his sea bass dish. My concerns is that sea bass, can be quite delicate in flavour, and if the balance is off, we will lose the sea bass.
Sea bass is a fantastic fish, and it works very, very well with a good red wine sauce. Rich, velvety, finished with a touch of butter. You really do want this sauce to bring all of the other ingredients together. The sauce that Freddie cooked in the skills test wasn't great. I'm expecting something better from him now.
Chefs, 30 minutes have gone. 30 minutes gone.
Craig's dish is torched mackerel. It's got dashi kohlrabi, you've got tarragon emulsion, mackerel and apple gel.
Prepping mackerel, like any fish, you want to make sure it's been pin-boned properly and portioned nicely.
Kohlrabi, it's got a bit of bitterness to it. That really needs working on. The bitterness could overpower this dish.
This dish is a calculated push. People tell me this dish is a nice dish, and I've eaten this dish, and I found it pleasant. My wife has found it very nice. I hope the judges like it the way I like it, and then I'll be beaming, I will smile, I'll be smiling a lot.
You excited to be here, Craig?
Extremely excited to be here. Rocky start, going for a strong finish.
Your face lights up when you say that, Chef.
Yeah, I'm doing it for a lot of... I'm doing it for myself, but I'm doing it for a lot of the right reasons. My little girl being one of them. She's only 10. She cooks better than most apprentices that I've met in the last 12 months. And, yeah, I'd like to give her the option of, don't follow Dad, but just have the option.
You owe it to yourself and your family. Get it done really well.
Yeah, no worries.
I think what is gonna make me stand out between the other chefs is gonna be the ideas that I have from Latin America. I want to show them that all of these weird flavor combinations that I have in my mind, I can bring it all together in the good way. The inspiration behind the dish is my experiences living in Nicaragua. Mostly it's for my memories of this land.
What's your dish?
My dish is a mackerel with tomato cucumber salad, mussels with mole sauce.
A tomato-based sauce with chocolate, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And nuts.
And nuts.
With this chicken jalapeno velouté, I'm gonna make bubbles of this.
You do realise this is unusual, don't you?
I know.
Tell me why I'm gonna like it.
Because it's different. Because it's challenging, because it's risky.
You are cutting edge.
I know.
There's some big flavours going on with this dish because you do have the mackerel, you have the spicy mussels, you have the salsa, you have the jalapeno peppers, and then there's chocolate in this dish. I'm intrigued, I'm excited, but I'm incredibly nervous for this dish.
I just love the fact that there's a lot of things here that I've not tried before. Whether or not they work out remains to be seen. But I love the passion that Raquel has for this dish.
15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes left, please.
My signature dish today, I think, is quite a peasant dish. It's very rustic, very traditional, but it's well put together and the flavor works. I know for a fact the flavor works. I like this dish a lot. I would eat it every day. So I'm gonna make pan-roasted wood pigeon. We've got confit leg. It's served with a carrot puree with cardamom, rosemary cream, and it's finished with a jus with a little bit of masala.
It sounds like a simple dish to me.
I wanted to keep it to the very simple to kind of show off that I could make the most of the flavor out of each ingredient and how they go together as well.
You're the only chef in the room not cooking a fish.
I've noticed that, yeah.
Pigeon needs to be cooked perfectly well. He's cooking it off the bone. He certainly can't afford to dry the pigeon breast out, that's for sure.
The confit pigeon legs, they need to gently confit slowly. If it boils, it will just deep fry and it'll dry out. There's a rosemary cream, a carrot puree, and a pigeon sauce. So other than the pigeon, there's not many textures on this plate.
You have just 10 minutes left. Three minutes, guys. Look, there are a few empty plates in this kitchen, which worries me. You've got 30 seconds. Is that going on the plate?
Uh-huh.
Get it on the plate now, right now.
Yeah.
Right now, right now, right now.
Yes.
Quick. You're going to run out of time. OK, stop. Time's up. Raquel.
Yes.
Put it down. Time's up. I'm afraid time is up.
Oh, no. I was too ambitious, I guess.
First up is Freddie, whose signature dish is pan-fried sea bass on a bed of creamed cabbage and bacon, with a garnish of parsnip puree, fondant potatoes, baby carrots, baby turnips, crispy shallots, and nasturtium leaves, served with a red wine sauce.
It's really delicious, Freddie. The sea bass has got a wonderful crispness. The sauce is rich. You can taste the red wine through it, and the fondants are just melting. This really does show that the love that you say you have for classic cookery.
Thank you ever so much.
Freddie, that cabbage is beautiful. The sauce is out of this world. Your puree is just perfect. It's just wonderful. What can I say?
You've come in here and done exactly what we wanted you to do. Not show us the future. You can do that down the line. You've just come in here, Freddie, and you've cooked an outstanding plate of food, and that's all we can ask from you. Well done.
Thank you ever so much. I'm feeling extremely happy now, yeah. The judges really enjoyed it, so it's a lot of weight off my shoulders.
Joseph's signature dish is pan-fried sea trout with a plantain crust, a pea and coriander puree, sautéed red peppers, and a passion fruit and trout rose sauce.
Your fish cookery is very, very good, beautiful and moist. The puree is delicious. But I think what really throws this dish for me is the passion fruit and roe. It's a very odd combination.
Oddly, I like how different this dish is. I really like the plantain on top of this trout, the chewiness and then the sweetness. This passion fruit with the fish roe should not work, but it's got sharpness like lemon. I think you're on the way to doing something pretty cool here. You just should have refined it a bit more.
Yeah, I wish I had done.
Well done for ingenuity. The passion fruit and roe was a really sharp surprise. I've never seen that combination put together before, but it's such a big flavour, it completely overpowers everything else on the plate.
I think the judges understood where I was going with the dish. I think they were a little bit confused with the flavours, but hopefully they focused on the positives.
Next is Raquel, whose South American-inspired signature dish is marinated mackerel on a bed of tomato and cucumber salsa, with mussels and a mole sauce made from tomato, chili, nuts, and dark chocolate.
There was going to be jalapeno velouté.
Yeah, but unfortunately I couldn't make it for you.
Oh, well.
I really like the mackerel. With the salsa underneath, with tomatoes and the cucumber, it's wonderful. The mole sauce I like. I don't necessarily like it with the rest of the dish together. I was looking forward to trying something really different and something quite new, you know, but it's missing for me on this plate.
Oh, there's some really good, strong flavours on this plate. The mole is divine. It's a mixture between a kind of bitter chocolate and peanut butter. Even though I enjoy it, I'm not convinced it goes with the mackerel, but it's a very good mole.
I think what you have here is a very interesting dish. I just don't think you've executed it very well. I think you've rushed, you've tried too much, you've tried too hard, and you've missed the fundamental key things here, which is getting the things to work together.
I took a risk, definitely, making that dish. The way that they made it, well, I'm not so proud, but I feel relieved, honestly.
Jan is serving pan-roasted wood pigeon with confit leg, baby carrots, a carrot, cardamom and coconut puree, and a rosemary cream, topped with rosemary blossom and finished with a marcella and shallot jus.
Very brave using a wood pigeon and very brave cooking it that way. It's lovely. The carrot puree is absolutely delicious. The masala sauce with the little shallots running through it, beautiful. The criticism I have is the little confit leg, which is a little bit on the dry side.
I really like the flavours in the puree. And also the hit of rosemary is fantastic. Goes well with the pigeon. I like the sweetness. Really tasty.
Wow, I really, really enjoyed the flavours that you've conjured up with that pigeon. And the three sauces you've got, particularly cardamom carrot and rosemary cream, I think are really clever and rather lovely.
I feel much better that this is kind of done, you know?
This is pretty nerve-wracking.
Obviously, it wasn't as perfect as I hoped, but apart from the leg, I think it went well.
Craig's dish is cured and torched mackerel with dashi kohlrabi, apple and mackerel gel, and a tarragon emulsion, topped with sesame seeds, oyster leaf, and sea purslane.
Careful, there's bone in there.
Bone.
Careful. Craig, I think the flavours on your plate work so well. The kohlrabi, the emulsion with the tarragon, and then a little bit of the sweetness of the apple gel. But do pay attention with this mackerel. Things like the bones, I know it can happen. 1, 2, you know, but I got 3, which is a shame because I thought it was delicious.
Craig, what you've got is a really good, well-presented, fresh plate of food with some lovely flavours running through it, the kohlrabi being the highlight for me. You've managed to really mellow that down.
I think you've got a beautiful array of really well-matched ingredients. I think it's a terrible shame Monica got 2 mouthfuls of bone.
They liked the flavours, they liked the way it was going and stuff like that. It was just that schoolboy error fish prep that let me down, really. Bit gutted.
Finally, it's Yaz, who's made pan-fried kohli with a dill, burnt leek and caper crumb, served with mussels, barbecued leek and sea vegetables, and finished with a dill oil and leek velouté.
Wow, you have packed a real lovely punch of flavours and combinations with this dish. The fish is beautifully cooked and moist. The leek velouté is lovely and creamy, smooth and velvety, and the dill oil just breaks it up beautifully. I love the crunchiness of the crumb that you've got on top. I love the little leeks you've got underneath. They're beautifully cooked. It's absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
That is a really beautifully strong and at the same time delicate plate. Really, really enjoyed that. Well done, Yaz.
Thank you.
I think the fish cookery is spot on. I love how it just flakes away. And your love and the story is here. You've absolutely sold me on it. And I think, what a fantastic introduction to who you are and what you want to do with your cooking.
Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think they'd give me comments like that. That was amazing, honestly. I'm buzzing.
We may have uncovered a bit of quality here, chefs.
It was a good day. It was inventive, it was creative, there was imagination.
I didn't expect that. Really pleasantly surprised.
There's one cook in here today that really did hit the brief for me, and that was Freddie.
The sea bass was cooked perfectly. Parsnip puree, the fondants, the red wine sauce, just beautiful, delicious, classic cookery.
Yaz's cookery today was exquisite. For me, the best fish cookery in the kitchen. Colony was perfect.
The velouté of leek, the crust of capers, really calm, really confident with their cooking today.
Well, if those two are going straight through, who's leaving?
I was disappointed with Raquel's dish. It sounded so interesting. I was looking forward to trying, so many different flavours, and I thought it was a bit flat.
The mole, I didn't think it actually belonged on the plate with the mackerel.
It takes a lot of skill to put such big flavours together, and I think Raquel just was a little bit short of that today.
So we're all agreed Raquel leaves the competition. Yeah. Another chef who's pushing it but didn't quite manage it was Joseph. Although the passion fruit and roe was an incredible flavour. It was far too big, sweet and acidic for fish and pea puree.
Passion fruit and salmon trout, not for me.
Right, we've got one place left to give. We've got 2 chefs left to discuss. Yan, with that wood pigeon, I really liked.
The confit was a little bit overcooked and a little bit on the dry side, but the masala sauce with the shallots running through it was exquisite.
I was just blown away by the flavours that he brought to this plate because there wasn't a lot on it.
Craig's dish today was intriguing. What was the star of this plate, in my opinion, was the kohlrabi, was absolutely sensational.
It's a shame about the bone through the fish, you know, 1, 2, 3, then you're afraid to eat any more. But I thought the curing was really good.
2 very experienced chefs, Yan and Craig, delivered 2 absolutely delicious dishes. What does your heart say?
I'm really hopeful. I'm dying to be in quarterfinal, for sure. Obviously, it's up to the judges from now on. I've done my bit.
I would absolutely love a second chance. I hope the judges can see that there is potential there in me.
That was a fantastic round. Some very, very good cookery in this kitchen here today. Unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to 3 of you. The first 2 chefs going through are Yaz and Freddie. Well done. Raquel, Joseph, unfortunately, you're leaving the competition. Thank you. The third chef leaving the competition is Craig. Thank you.
Deflated, absolutely deflated. Well, I'm going to crack on. Going to grow my business. Going to keep teaching my daughter. Just wish I had that little extra zoom to get over the line today.
I feel sad for how I execute my signature dish, but I feel happy for this amazing experience.
It's definitely disappointing, but I'm happy with the feedback they gave me, and I can take it, go away and use it to keep pushing forwards and get better.
Congratulations, you 3 are quarter-finalists.
Well done, guys.
Hey!
I need to pump up my game a little bit. I think I can do better, for sure, and I've got a lot more to show you.
Ecstatic. Really happy to go through to the quarterfinal. It won't get any easier. I just need to keep pushing on.
Today was amazing. The competition's crazy. It's just like another level of pressure, but I'm loving it. I can't wait for the next round.
Next time, 6 more professionals compete for a place in the quarter-final.
Wow, this isn't going too well, is it? But I'll keep going.
Really impressed with how this dish has come together.
I am a big fan of this dish. I think it's absolutely sensational.